This is a serious warning. If you get the new Zhiyun CX100 lights, do not take these on an airplane. By now, I'm sure you all know about these Zhiyun CX100. Little light here, it's 100 watts, and it has a battery that you can get with it. Sticks on the side like that. So I know everybody talks about how small this thing is, but once you add the reflector and the battery, it's kind of a clunky, weird contraption. But when you take the battery off and you take that off, it's like the size of a hard drive, which is nice for traveling because you can put a number of them together. Anyway, I guess people were complaining about how expensive this thing was, $300 with the battery. And that's kind of expensive. You can plug it into a wall outlet if you want, if you don't want the battery. But if you got the battery, it's $250 to $300. So they came out with a cheaper one, same thing but cheaper. That's $100 cheaper. That's this one here. This is the CX100. It puts out the same amount of light and it's the same basic unit, but the difference is the battery's permanently stuck on here. You can't take it off. And that's good and bad. And I'll get to that in a second here. The other thing is these knobs are really, really cheap knobs. The thing inside here, the variable resistor, I took electronics in the 70s and that was called a potentiometer or a rheostat. For those of you who want a totally useless piece of information that's wasting time on this video, there you go. This is high quality. This one here is so low quality that the light goes from like, it's the same light, full power, but when you start turning this thing to turn down the power, it goes 100, 90, 80, 70 off. You don't have full range like you do on this thing. It's like you've got really bright, still kind of bright and off. It's like there's no like you can't go down to like 5% or anything. Really, really cheap knobs. I mean, they got to save money somewhere, I guess. And the other frustrating thing about this is how do you start it? It's like you have to push the button and those lights come on, but it doesn't do anything. You know, hold it in. I think I'm going to hold it in and still nothing happens. And then you click it really short and then hold it in and then it comes on. So it's so frustrating. I just did an interview with this thing. Now, how do you turn it off? See, you got to hold it on. Okay, you got to hold it. You got to click it really short and then really long. And still doesn't come on. Like the on sequence here is so there. I just pushed it short and then long, and the lights came on. Again. See, what did I just do different? So that is ridiculous. Why don't they have a normal on-off switch like everybody else? Now, I know why they did this. It's so it doesn't accidentally come on, but it does. This happened to me yesterday. I was going somewhere. I put this inside here. I put this one here like that, and I put this one here like that, okay? Nice and nicely packed and everything. I closed it up, zipped it up, and I took this case, wherever I was going. And, as you're driving or you're, in a car or airplane, whatever, this is like, it's being jostled around. And who knows what kind of, there's going to be stuff coming in contact with that. And who knows what kind of Morse code is being tapped onto that thing. Well, luckily, a minute later after I was ready to leave, I forgot something. So I opened this up and the light was on. This thing was on. And it was like, and these things get super hot. There's even a warning on here that says, a sticker that says, warning, things that get too close to this can cause a fire. If I had not opened this up a minute after I was ready to leave and I saw that this light was on, aiming downward, frying the cords, there would have been a fire. Imagine if this was in an airplane or a car or something that has fuel in it. I mean, oh my God, this is scary. The problem is this battery cannot be taken off. That's the problem. Batteries are usually for things that are portable, like you're going to take it hiking somewhere, right? You're going to travel somewhere. That's what a battery is for. Otherwise, if you're indoors, you just have a cord. Well, anything that's portable is going to be probably inside of something, a bag, a pouch, a suitcase, a pocket of some kind, and it's going to be touching things as you're traveling, and that means something's going to be touching that switch, doing this, and one of those codes is going to be long, short, short, long, and it's going to come on. That's a serious, serious issue. If this battery could be turned off somehow or taken off, that would be okay. Like this one here, there's no battery attached. Doesn't matter if something touches this or not. This thing has a battery permanently attached. So unless this battery is totally drained, you cannot put this inside of something, because something will be rubbing against there, causing that switch to activate, and that's serious. I'm not going to keep these lights. These things are very dangerous for me to have because I travel a lot, and I don't, that's the problem of having a battery attached permanently. That there's going to be power going into this thing at all times. So I'm going to give away both of these and the Bowens mount that goes with it. I would much rather have the original X100 for safety reasons. And it doesn't show you what the, like this one here has a meter that shows you when you turn it on. See, this one, you just hold the button in and it goes on by itself. See where it says color, temperature, and brightness? See, look how dim that goes. Nice and dim. This is like 1%. You can't get that on this thing. It goes to like 50% and then turns off. But anyway, it's got a window here that shows you, what the color temperature is and what the brightness is. And then to turn it off, you just hold the button and it goes off. This one, it doesn't have anything but four little white lights. So you push the button and the lights come on, but you don't know. How the hell do I? There, it's on. And then the dimmer, see, that's as dim as it goes, but the four lights don't even go down to indicate roughly if it's dim or not. So you have to go by sight. It is bicolor, so you can change the color. But other than that, the on-off is just so frustrating. It's got really cheesy knobs, really cheap knobs that don't give you a lot of control of anything. The battery's permanently stuck on here. I did an interview this weekend, just now, and I used one of these things just to say what the hell, because it's just as bright. I mean, it's just as bright and everything. So the look that you get is the same. So I had this going, and after 25 minutes, the battery wore out and the thing went off. So then I said, okay, I'll just plug in the power cord, right? I figure, okay, I'll just plug in the power cord and it'll just keep going. So it's got a hole in the bottom. You can put the power cord in there. So I did that, and I turned it on, and it went on for 1 second and then went off again. So in other words, this was just charging. It wasn't really lighting the light. But then after I got home and all frustrated and everything, I thought, I'm going to throw this thing out. Then I clicked it once, and then once again, and then really short and then really long. And then the power went on, and it kept the light on. So it does power the light with the cord if you do this, if you find the mystery sequence of how to click the stupid button. So that is just so frustrating. So the frustrating things about, okay, so here it is. The good part is, which most of you will like, it's $100 cheaper. Woo! That $100 is spent so quickly. So like, you're really saving money with saving $100. I would rather get this thing. Why? Because you can get the battery off, so you spend $100 more. So what? Look at, you got this, and instead of this, you got a dead battery hanging on here, which it's just heavy and it takes up space, and it's just frustrating because you can't rip it off. It's stuck on here. So for saving $100, you get cheesy knobs that don't do much. You get this heavy thing here. But on the other hand, it's just as bright, and it gives you the same output, the same light and everything. You can't change the battery, but you can power it with if you figure out how to do the magic knob sequence, whatever it is. Now, again, I used an umbrella. I stuck this on just a white umbrella, so it was a wide beam and it lit up the whole inside of the umbrella. It comes with this thing, a reflector, which is another issue with these things. I told Zhiyun about this. I said, you guys better get your act together about this, because there's a little plastic knob on here. I don't know if you can see this. This thing is what you push to get this thing off, and that broke off so easily on my other one. And once that breaks off, you can't take this off. It's permanently on there. So when you're traveling, you've got this stupid reflector stuck on there. So that is frustrating. And the other thing is, it's okay as a reflector. It works. I mean, it makes kind of a 45-degree beam. Now, I know what a lot of you want to do. You say, well, on a softbox, you need a Bowens mount. So they give you this thing. It's a Bowens mount adapter, which goes on there too. The problem is this has a reflector built into it, and that reflector here is not as wide of an angle as this one is. This one has a narrower beam, so if you use this for a Bowens mount, I mean in a softbox, this narrow beam that this thing creates is going to create a hot spot in your softbox. So it's going to be like a beam of light, like a spotlight right in the middle of your softbox because of this thing. So I don't like this. This is the CX100. I think it just came out, and this one sells for $100 less than this does. So the CX100, and it's bicolor. They call it a Cinepier. Oh, it's a name on here somewhere. It's $200 with the battery. This is $300. You can, depending where you get it. I mean, I saw some for $250. I don't know if it comes with the battery, but I know for sure it comes with the battery for $300. So this is $200. This is $300. Okay. They also have another thing here. And this is what I hate, by the way. The thing I hate the most about little portable lights like this. Okay, look, this is portable. This is small. I love the size and the shape. It's really portable. I get that. You know, you can stick a battery on it. But then the battery lasts you 25 minutes and then that's it. So then you got to use this thing. This is what I hate about little portable things. I wish they would create something where, see, this is the part I hate right here, is this brick. Why can't they attach the brick to the light? So it's just the same, it's attached, it's part of the actual light. And then you don't have this stupid cord. Like, I like things that just have a cord coming out of it, and that's it. Like, no brick hanging off of in the cord. That's me. So I say play it safe, spend the extra $100 and get the original X100 where the battery can be taken off and you're a lot safer. If you are going to take the CX100 on an airplane, please don't be on the same airplane as me. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.